What's good, boys? Welcome into Driving the Nightline. My name is Alan Bell. Got a fantastic show lined up for you today. And let me say this. For the last 10 to 13 months, every day has been a different background. Those days are over. All right? They're done. We are finally getting everything back in order. So you will see a nice, just kind of DTL studio filling up back here. So glad to be done with absolute insanity. And we fixed Google's problems for them. So how about that? It's a big Wednesday. Mosh, it's good to have you back, brother. How we doing?
We're good. I'm kind of happy I missed the shit show from yesterday in the MLB and looking to get back on track today.
Yeah, man. You know what? It's a good back on track day. All right. Big TJ. I got to watch you playing baseball on TV, big dog, in another country. It was awesome, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. NHL playoffs start tonight. Excited for it. It's going to be a great series. But yeah, a brutal baseball game to watch. But I figured I'd let you see one of my at-bats.
Dude, you look good. You look good. You went with the pant legs up. You go up.
Yeah, I show that I'm fast.
Fast. Got stirrups on. Dude, absolutely love it. Let's see. Big Paul. AB, this your boy Piant. Yeah, bring us on home, my boy. Let's go. Absolutely dope P. Absolutely. All right. So here's how we're going to get down. So the Stanley Cup Finals, they start tonight. All right. So you're going to go first. All right. Mosh, you're going to go second. You got Major League Baseball. I got some college baseball because game one's just dropped. So, all right. So TJ, go ahead and lead us off, big dog. What you got, man?
Okay, so I'm going to take the Edmonton Oilers money line minus 120 tonight for game one. You can use boosts all over the place. I used the BetMGM one, got 30% more, so I got it at plus 105. But I'm sure every book right now has a boost, so make sure you shop your books. I like Edmonton in this series. I'm just going to do a quick breakdown for everybody right now. So Edmonton's goalie, Skinner, second last in the last 3 years in off the rush chances, and he's been very unlucky in this over the last 3 years. But luckily for him, Florida plays a dump and chase, so they do not very often have rush chances. Probably the bottom 5 in the league in rush chances, so advantage for Skinner. He also has been very, very bad this year on breakaway chances, giving 4 goals up on 8 in the playoffs so far. Another advantage for Oilers, Florida does not have a ton of breakaways, so advantage for him here. And then on broken plays, which is what you mostly get in the NHL if you're playing a dump and chase game, which is you bang it off the boards, it goes out front, somebody shoots it. It's a broken play. Just like if a defenseman shoots it down low and it goes off the boards, misses the net, it now becomes a broken play. Skinner's been the best in the NHL playoffs so far, only giving up 5 goals on 32 chances. Now let's break down goalie Bob for the Florida team. So Bob this year in slot chances has been amazing. When he can see the puck, he's going to save it. He's only given up 3 goals in 25 slot chances and 0 goals from the outside the slot when he sees the puck. The problem is Bob has not been good this year on broken plays. He's given up 12 goals in 31. And on east-west plays, he's given up 7 goals on 18. The Oilers are ranked in the NHL in offense on breakaways, top 5, screens, 3, slot, 3. And then most importantly here, goalie Bob's weakness, east-west plays, they're ranked second in the NHL. And on broken plays, they're ranked second on the NHL. So I know most people here think that Bobrovsky is a better goalie than Skinner, but this is a huge advantage in the series right now for the Oilers that they have the better goalie who faces and has better numbers against the opportunities that his opponent will try and get. And that's all.
Beautiful work. Yeah, no. Beautiful work, dude. Well done. Well done indeed. All right.
Can I ask you a quick question on this?
Yep.
Would you, if I was
don't ask me. Yeah.
If I was going to play one NHL play, would you rather take the Oilers in game one or Oilers in the series to win it all? It's about the same amount of money.
Yeah, I like the Oilers in the series, so I would take the Oilers. Well, the Oilers are at home, so actually I would take Oilers tonight because I really do think that These teams have been resting. It's going to be like when you get a college game in any other sport where you're sitting all week sitting there doing classes, and then you finally get to play on a Friday and everybody's just shot out of a cannon, and it's going to be like really fast paced first period here. But yeah, I would say if you can get the Oilers at I think it's -120, like you said, for the series, I like that too. The Oilers have not gone more than 5 games in a series yet. So if you can shop Oilers to win in 5 or 6, because I really do think they have the advantage here. I know that Florida's a really good team. I know that's why they're in the Stanley Cup, but I just see the advantages being Edmonton, and Connor McDavid has to get this done. So I like them. So I would take both, but if you could look into how many games, that's a great one to look into. 5 and 6 is where I like the Oilers.
Cool. Thank you. Sorry for butting in there. Just kind of curious. I'm not really an NHL capper, but I've been following this year and following your picks, and it's been a lot of fun. But anyway, let's get back to baseball, where I like to stay. First up, I'm going to take the Yankees in a parlay here. Going to take the Yankees first 5 money line with the Yankees full game money line here. This is really just backing Clark Schmidt again and fading Luis Ortiz again. I think Luis Ortiz is going to have trouble converting his incredible whiff rate into strikeouts. The Yankees don't strike out all that much at home. And when batters do get to Ortiz, they mash, which is exactly what I expect the Yankees to do. Just keep in mind, Ortiz has a 6.39 road ERA. Next up, we're going into a bullpen game with the White Sox and Tigers. I took the Tigers at -1.5, -110. This is just a relatively simple one. I love Detroit to bounce back. I think they have the better bullpen. They definitely have the better bats. White Sox are going to have a hard time even keeping this one close. Last but not least, we're going to the Braves here in a money line parlay. I think the Braves first 5 money line plus the Braves full game team total over 2.5. I'm backing Chris Sale here, who has been absolutely dominant, and I'm absolutely fading the Diamondbacks pitching as a whole every single time they come out. That's it for me. I think we're going to cash 3-0 today. Let's see you tomorrow.
I think we are too, my boy. I think we are too. All right. Well done to both of you. Look, dude, and Mosh, you just took that thing over, which is exactly what we want. Well done on that one. Just took it, grabbed it. Nice. I like it. Okay. College baseball. Here are 3, and we will walk through. Just take a look at what all of the totals and lines are in the Super Regionals, because they literally just dropped 60 seconds ago. No other show has them because they just came out. All right, we're going to take Tennessee and Arkansas over 10.5, -115. Yes, you're going to have phenomenal pitching on the mound on both sides of this game. But did you see the series that these two just played? They didn't really care. And I don't think they're going to care now. There are emotions in this series. These two teams absolutely hate each other. These two coaches, managers absolutely hate each other. These fan bases hate each other. It is going to be out of control all weekend. We'll see, but there are going to be runs. Yeah, this game is on Saturday, Tennessee and Arkansas. So take a look here. We'll look in just a second. I'll show you. All right, Arizona, North Carolina over 10. I think Arizona can absolutely hit on North Carolina, and I think North Carolina can absolutely mash all over Arizona. Don't want to make a play on who wins this game or a money line, but I do want to take the total. I want to take the over here at 10 before it goes up. And then finally, Florida State, Oregon State over 11 at -115. Need I say any more? I think Florida State, their bats are on absolute fire. Oregon State, their bats are on absolute fire. I think you're going to see 2 teams coming in. And I don't think you're going to see 2 teams at the plate that are very worried or concerned about either's starting pitching. I think Florida State has the advantage. TJ is the guy to talk to on this one, but Florida State does have a stud ready to go. They got a couple of them, actually, but I don't think Oregon State's going to be afraid. I think we're going to see some runs here in this one. TJ, I'm going to pull up DraftKings. Any thoughts that you have on any of these games? Yeah, and look, and I say this as this. Mills just said it. Doyle for Tennessee on Friday. Yeah, and Jamie Arnold for Florida State. Yep, 100%. I think that these are just going to go. But, TJ, your thoughts here?
Yeah, I think that we're going to have to be keen on who's pitching and make sure you have those and stuff for sure. But, yeah, I like Florida State. I did take a sprinkle on them to win it all. So I think that was at like +300 or something. So I do like that. And then Tennessee has Doyle. So like you were talking about, I don't think that Arkansas has it as easy as everybody thinks, but I really do like Florida State, like you said. So don't really want to get too into who's pitching and stuff because I may end up getting it wrong because I haven't looked into it too much yet because I know it's coming up on Friday.
No, you're right, and they haven't announced him. And look, I'm going off worst case scenario. I'm going off Doyle throwing on Friday, which I can guarantee you he is. If they didn't sit him against Miamiville, Ohio in the regionals, they damn sure aren't sitting him in game 1 against Arkansas. They're gonna throw their guy. All right. Yeah, look, my man, AJ Sanders. All right, give some love to our boy right here. AJ is an absolute awesome dude. Friend of mine from way back. Love this dude. Yeah, man. Chance up, baby. Chance up indeed. Oh, dude, that's a good dude right there, man. Love AJ to death. All right, so let me pull up DraftKings, and let's just take a look here. Again, we're not going to walk through it. We got time for that, but I just do want to show you what the numbers look like because, again, they literally just came out. So let me pull these up and see if we can see them. There we go. Okay. All right. So first game, Friday. All right, you see it. Arizona, North Carolina. This game is being played at North Carolina. You can see they've got it to the home teams of game 1. Now, just because they're the home team doesn't mean series over there. They're going to be the home team the entire time, right? They will flip it up. But we've got Arizona, North Carolina. You've got North Carolina, 2.5-point favorite on the run line, -330 money line, and a total of 10. All right, Friday, 2:00. These times are all central, by the way. Miami at Louisville. Louisville, 1.5 run favorite, total of 12, and you have a money line price right there, -175. Florida State against Oregon State. Florida State, the favorite here. All right, -1.5 on the run line. You've got a total of 11. All right, and you've got Coastal Carolina and Auburn here on Friday at 8 p.m. Central. All right, those 4 games on Friday. You've got Auburn, 1.5 run favorite, and a total of 11. Now, drop it down, we'll get to Saturday. Okay, so these are the 4 games you have on Saturday. Murray State and Duke. Duke, 2.5 run favorite, total of 12. That game is played at 12 p.m. Central on Saturday. West Virginia and LSU. LSU, a 2.5 run favorite, a total of 11. All right, LSU money line -315. Tennessee and Arkansas, 4:00 Saturday Central. Arkansas, 1.5 run favorite, total of 10.5. Arkansas, -175 on the money line. All right, and then UTSA and UCLA. UCLA is a 1.5 run favorite, total of 12 and -175. So those are the 4 games we have on Friday. Those are the 4 games we have on Saturday. Millsy asked, what about the over in the Duke game? I mean, we might as well, right? I mean, the only way Murray State is going to win this series is hitting. And if we take the over, all right, you don't have to mess with Duke. They're the money line. TJ, anything that you saw that stood out to you, man, either Friday or Saturday?
Yeah, LSU, they're being a huge advantage. Obviously, they're a great parlay piece because I don't see them slipping to West Virginia. And then I can't believe really that they put the Murray State and Duke at 12. Sorry, Leo's playing with papers under me if you're hearing it. He's just flopped right under me.
We're dog friendly. We're dog friendly.
And I think UTSA, I mean, I know Greg loves that team. I think they're a great number at +135 against UCLA. And then if you go back to the other one, sorry, I don't have I can't remember exactly just based off it.
Yeah, no, you're good.
There was the first game. Yeah,
Arizona,
so North Carolina. Yeah, I see North Carolina taking that game. So that would be one that I would parlay with the LSU to get something nice. And then I don't really want to throw this question right at you because obviously it's just spur of the moment, but we're getting totals here. So, and I'm seeing a lot of low totals. Is this usual to go into this something we're seeing 10s and 11s now instead of 13s and 14s?
Absolutely. Because you're going to have aces throwing for every single team. And again, I mean, every ace is built differently, right? Like you've got some dudes that are top 5 picks and you've got some guys that are all right, but you're going to get the best pitcher that you have for all 16 teams. And I'll pull this down. You're also going to get are game ones of teams that might not really be too, I'm not going to say aggressive, but they're not going to do stupid stuff. Like, you can't win the series on Friday, but you damn sure can put yourself in a spot to lose it. You know what I mean? Moshe, I throw it over to you. I mean, you bet MLB series all the time. Do you see a lot of differences, between game ones to game 3 or game 4?
Yeah, honestly, I think the biggest variance is really in that game 1 and hence how they're coached. Some people like really going conservatively. They're usually traveling. They're trying to get their rest in. They're trying to make sure that they can compete for all 3 or 4 games, depending. I think that the better team usually wins out over time. So if, like, for instance, the White Sox and the Tigers, you know what I mean? If, like, White Sox took game 1, I'd pretty bet heavy on the Tigers coming back the next 3 games. And I think it's the same in the college series. Again, I don't really have any expertise. Like, personally, I'm going with FSU because of the name value brand. And I'm kind of consider myself a Florida boy, even though I've only lived there for 5 years. But I would say, like, I think you're spot on. People are going to maybe try to be a little bit more conservative game 1, make sure that they can put themselves in a good position to compete for game 2, and then go all out for game 3 if needed.
Yep. Yeah, no, that was a good breakdown, man. And you're right. Here's the thing, though. These totals are attackable. Like, don't think every game's going to be 5-3. You're going to see some of those. But, I mean, if you're the team that's the underdog, like, those are the teams that if you're playing totals, you need that underdog team to drive, right? Because the worst thing that you could have, and I'm just using this as an example, I'm not saying it's going to happen. The worst thing that you could have would be playing like LSU and West Virginia over 13, and LSU is just up 7-0 the entire game. It just kills the other team, and you're going to see decisions made. And Tizzle, Z-Money, some of the others, like, in the chat, are going to be good references for pitching as well. Because what you also don't want to do, and look, Tizzle said it best in the chat, Friday and Saturday, all right, and I'm talking about just game ones. You give your ace the ball, tell him we need 6 innings minimum, 100%, because you do not want to go to your bullpen heavy on Friday. Also, what you will see is not that teams wave the white flag, but kind of, in a sense of this, is that if a game gets out of hand right out of the gate, all right, they're lighting your number 1 up. What you cannot do is start burning your best bullpen guys as well. You can't go to your stud middle reliever, right, and have him eat 7 innings because he's done, right? I mean, you could lose that game, burn him, and then now you don't have him tomorrow, and you're in an elimination game, right? So you are going to see teams, again, it's not waving the white flag, but they're going to be strategic with their bullpen dudes, all right? So they might look to one guy and say, all right, Ace couldn't do it. We need you to eat a ton of innings. And even if you get lit up, if we go with you, you're going to eat innings. You might give up 13 runs. It just might not be our day. But we cannot burn everybody that we have. You see what I'm saying? So every team's going to look at it different because everybody's got different depth in their bullpens. North Carolina is deep with pitching. Oregon State's pretty deep with pitching. LSU is unbelievably deep with pitching, right? Tennessee's pretty deep, right? You saw it in the regionals, right? Like they've got a couple guys that can eat a lot of innings. So, yeah, pay attention there. I mean, every team is different. Z-Money says, Florida State got there last year, lost the eventual champ. Feels like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I like Florida State, mostly because how close they came last year. They still got some guys there that have that sour taste in their mouth.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, most of them.
That's honestly, it's losing the first time isn't necessarily that bad for you, because when you come back next year, you're experienced, you know what to expect. The pressure doesn't get to you as much. You can train, you can coach your teammates. Runner-ups do really well the next year usually.
Hey,
Extra motivation.
Tennessee's best team, I swear to God, was 21-22. They go look. They still hold. I mean, I think almost every single friggin' record that there is, and they didn't get out of the Super Regionals. They lost to Notre Dame, but all those dudes were freshmen. And what did they do when they came back 2 years later? Set the record. Nobody's won 60-something games. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you, right? Like, team like Florida State, a team like LSU, even though they do change because they recruit so well, not only, out of high school, but out of JUCOs and all that, which, by the way, Tennessee just picked up a JUCO commit yesterday. Dude just won the Triple Crown. Like, okay, let's go. Yeah, in for that one. But, I mean, there are a lot of good teams. Coastal's good. Coastal is super deep with pitching, right? But Auburn's pretty deep, too, and Auburn can hit. It's just going to be fun. We're going to have to do it game by game, and we're going to have to take a look at all the depth. So, all right, those are our picks. All right, any final thoughts, TJ, Moshe, before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'll just say on that note that narrative happens in a lot of sports. It happens in the NHL. Florida went to the Stanley Cup 3 years ago, lost, or 2 years ago, lost. They win it last year. Edmonton and Florida played last year. Edmonton loses. This is their chance to get theirs. I've been hearing it all over, Pittsburgh, Crosby had to go lose one first against Detroit. So a lot of people are talking about that. Once you get there the second time, it seems to be yours. So that's why I'm on the Oilers money line -120 tonight, and I'm on them in the series.
Yeah, look, Z-Buddy just said the same thing. Speaking of guys with sour taste in the mouth, how do you think the Oilers feel? There you go. Right there.
There's a really famous clip out there of Connor McDavid. And if you haven't seen it, go look it up. There should not have been cameras in that locker room. I do not agree. I don't want to see players crying after losing the most important game of their life, but it's passionate. And I mean, it shows really how badly he wants it.
There we go. We'll end it on that. Perfect. Well, Mosh, I feel bad. Any final thoughts you have?
Just when we were talking about, giving, kind of not waving the white flag, but if you get down big in college baseball right now, like you're just going to like try to hold on to what you can so you can compete for that second and third game. Major League Baseball, not the same. Example, last night, Tigers and White Sox. White Sox went up, I think it was like 8-1, right, in the seventh inning or sixth inning or something like that. And they put their best bullpen together to make sure that they got one win over the Tigers. I'm just saying it's in a large season.
Oh no, I agree.
MLB, it's a very different. And I was actually shocked that they did, because I'm like, you're up 7 runs. Why don't you just put in who you can? They're like, the announcers addressed this, and they were like, the White Sox aren't taking any chances here.
No, you're right. Major League Baseball is different. It's a completely different sport. It's a professional sport. It's 162 game. Like, baseball's different. I completely agree. All right.
It's the longest chess match
of all time.
Of all time.
It really is. Dude.
And I'll end it on that.
There we go. All right, everybody. Much better than this morning. Google, get your act together. But, dude, everything's coming together nicely, man. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Hit the like button if you can. If you're watching on your phone, grab a screen, pull it down. Hit that beast, pull it back up. Good to go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and we will see you soon. Thanks.
Who's got it better than us? No!